Hello BookTube, hello friends, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and I'm a little overdue to give you my third update for the Amish in April readathon, and since it's Saturday, I may as well also give you kind of a Friday reads on Saturday and talk about not only what I'm currently reading, but also talk a little bit about my unrealistic reading goals for the last 3.5 days of the month. So right now it is midday on Saturday, and we've got 3.5 days left in the month of April. We have a day and a half left in the Amish in April readathon, and I don't anticipate getting a lot of reading time tomorrow. Being Sunday, of course, I always have church on Sunday morning, but we have a special service in the evening, and in between that there's a school play. So that's going to limit the amount of reading that I get done tomorrow. So I'm still going to go ahead and talk about what my reading goals are for the rest of the readathon, but also knowing that I'm probably not going to get all that done, and a few non-Amish books that I hope to finish by the end of the month. Some of those I started before the readathon. One I just started this morning. I don't know why. It's really short. And then I have literally 3 audiobooks that I'm hoping to cram into the last 2 days of the month. So let's get started. So here are the Amish books that I'm currently reading. I am just about less than an hour away from finishing The Forgotten Recipe by Amy Clipston. This is really good, but also a little frustrating, and I'll tell you a little bit more in my wrap-up, but I found myself kind of wanting to yell at the main male character in this book and say, okay, enough already. Just tell her already. And so anyway, I know that Sarah read this book last year, and I'm curious to go back now and see what comments she made about it, because I don't remember now if she had any of the same thoughts that I'm having right now. I definitely still want to read all of the series. In print, I am reading The Christmas Remedy by Cindy Woodsmall and her daughter-in-law Erin Woodsmall. I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm not quite to the halfway point, and I will tell you more about it when I get done. And then I have started both of these books in my car. I first started with An Amish Gathering because I noticed that An Amish Wedding is on Hoopla. But then I started running out of Hoopla borrows, and I thought I might like to save this one when I realized that this one is on the Audible Romance package. So I checked this out on Audible, and I plan to pick it back up when I finish with The Forgotten Recipe. And like I said, I'm almost done with it. And so in my car, I'm just about 2/3 done with this book, An Amish Wedding. It has 3 novellas, and I'm almost to the end of the second one. There are 3 separate stories in this book by 3 different authors, but they are all connected. There are characters that cross over into each novella, which makes for a lot of characters. So I am trying really hard to keep track of everyone, and I am enjoying it so far. The first one is called A Perfect Secret by Kelly Long, and I had heard it before in another bind-up. But the second story, A Perfect Match by Kathleen Fuller, I am not familiar with. And then back to the Amish Quilt Shop Mystery Series by Isabella Allen. I did finish Book 2, Murder Simply Stitched. It was very good. I did not guess who the murderer was until it was revealed, and I really enjoyed the book. So I have this one downloaded to my Kindle. It is a Christmas-themed book. I'm going to listen to this one until my Kindle has to be plugged in. I'm listening to this series on my Kindle and the books on Audible on my phone. So when one of them has to be plugged in, then I'll pick back up with the other one and switch back and forth as needed throughout the rest of the weekend. So once I decide that I've read enough Amish books for the week and for the month, I have a few other books that are on my currently reading list, and most of these I would like to finish before the end of the month. The one I'm not going to finish is my devotional book. This is going to carry me into about 1/3 of May before I finish it. This is Wake Up Smiling by Audrey Meissner. And then I also have Dying Wishes by Molly McRae. I listened to most of this on Hoopla Audio, and my time ran out and it got checked back in, and I wasn't sure that I wanted to use another borrow just for like the last hour of the book. So I checked out the print copy from the library, and if I get time, I'm going to try to finish it up in print. If it looks like I'm not going to have time and I have another Hoopla borrow left that I want to use for that, then I will go ahead and check it out at the last minute on audio and try to still finish it up by the end of the month. Then in print, I just started today Don't Wrestle, Just Nestle by Corrie ten Boom. This is a book of inspirational essays. It's very short. The whole book is 95 pages, and I read 3 of the essays this morning, and we'll probably go ahead and try to read 3 a day and finish this up by the end of the month. I've had this checked out from the library for a couple of weeks, and I really was in the mood to read some more Corrie ten Boom after the book that I read when Emily was in the hospital, and I'm really enjoying this one. It's very inspirational. And then some of you may recall that I started the second Willard Scott book in the Stanley Waters Cozy Mystery series called Murder in the Mist. I am right at the halfway point, and it's only 200 pages to start with, so I ought to be able to get this done. If I don't, I will go ahead and finish this before I start another novel, but I really think I ought to be able to get this one finished by the end of April 30th, or at least 2 a.m. on May 1st. And then I mentioned I have some non-Amish audiobooks that I want to try to squeeze in the last 2 days of the month. One of them is Jeopardy in July by Barbara Venkataraman. She graciously gave me books 4 and 5 recently, and I listened to book 4 already. This is book 5, and I would like to not put that off. I want to go ahead and listen to that so that I can talk about both of them in my monthly wrap-up. And I think this one is a little bit shorter than the 4th book, but it's still more of a full-length novel than the first 3. But I can listen to it sped up on Audible, and I think I can get that one done. And then the other 2, one of them I already have checked out on Hoopla. It goes back on May the 3rd. So I really want to get this one done. This is Where the Fire Falls by Karen Barnett. It's book 2 in the Vintage National Park series. I talked about this series in the video that I recently posted about the ARCs I received from Waterbrook and Multnomah publishers. And I love the first book, and I really am excited about listening to the second book. And then I hope to start book 3, which is the ARC that they sent me, very soon, and talk a lot more about this series because so far I absolutely love it. And then if there's time, I can usually knock one of these out in just a few hours. This is the prequel book to the Harmony series. I've been listening to these in publication order, and this prequel was published after book 7. So I am really excited to listen to it. Ever since I started this read-along on my Goodreads group, I have been listening to one of these every month, and I don't want to break that stride. Even though there's only one left after this, plus a novella, I still really want to get to this during the month of April, and I've heard good things about this prequel. It's about how the town of Harmony was founded. She touches on that a little bit in some of the other books, but I am really interested to read this prequel and really get the whole backstory of the town founders that I have been reading about in the other books. So if I can get to this one, I will. If I can't get it done in April, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I will listen to it very soon. So that's everything I'm currently reading for the Amish in April readathon, as well as what I hope to get done by the end of the month or soon thereafter. I probably won't come back with another Amish in April update. I will just do a wrap-up and then a separate wrap-up of everything I read in the month of April. So those will be coming soon. I also have an Amish book haul that I need to share with you. And I need to do a video to tell you about the other ARCs that I received from a different publisher. And I'm excited to tell you about those as well. So I'd love to know about what you're reading for the last few days of April. That's all I have for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.